uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Man, that you're the best. You gotta show me, son, actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports talking way too much, world come back. Sports talking way too much, world come back.
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the M effing game. A-side official, no negotiation needed, period. You already know the first in the building. Carlos is on deck. What it do, Carlos, man? Appreciate you always supporting the channel as always. First in the building. You already know what it is. Appreciate your support, man. Appreciate you for showing up and engaging in the topics as always, man. You know what I'm saying? An avid supporter of World Combat Sports. I appreciate you, big dog. To everyone else is en route to join the panel, join the channel in this discussion. Be sure you hit your the like button and everything. And you know what I'm saying? Make it a regular occasion. That's all I'm saying. You can make this on your schedule. That's all it is. I'm not here to gain friends and everything and to be right about all, but I what I'm talking about. All right. As you're reading it, race topics taking over boxing, media out of boredom. Teofimo Lopez puppetizing the media once again, man. I ain't lying. We're going to go over some things that I think you should just pay attention to a little bit closer, because I still see people lining up their live streams talking about Ryan Garcia. As more and more as you talk about this cat, only thing you doing is building up his FICO for as a boxer and giving him more exposure that he don't need in reference to this topic. Teofimo Lopez has already did this. You all just brushed it off a little bit. You know, he called Deontay Wilder a bitch, and y'all said, oh, he's racist. And then he said the thing about top ranking black fighters. You took a blink, 2 blinks, you know what I'm saying, and a 24-hour period, and that died out. Now Ryan Garcia is getting all the highlights. Lights, camera, Garcia. He's getting all the exposure for what he said in a racist tirade, and he ain't the only one who ever did it. I got the audio. See, a lot of you all haven't really been following this rip current of the YTC. The YTC stands for YouTube Community. They tried to put a B in there. I shut that down. There's no such thing as the YTBC. The acronym sounded well, but there's no such thing as the YouTube boxing community. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing. Ryan Garcia has made headlines for being raw, uncut, disrespectful, and putting it out there while in supposedly a drunken way. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe that all of a sudden everything else he said when he was online in these spaces and everything, he wasn't intoxicated. But just when he want to make it perfectly clear that this was the moment that he was going to say the most disrespectful, controversial, it had to be masked. With alcohol or drugs. Even though they said he was already in rehab before and he was drinking and all that. He said, hey, I drink and I smoke. So does everybody else. So all of a sudden on this spaces, it's a little bit different because he says friends was hyping him up and all that. And you know, WCS just cannot believe that he was on this mission, this flight, solo dolo. I believe there was a process for which Ryan Garcia was given permission to do this. It comes every so often. If you want controversy, you want to keep your name relevant, he's suspended. Think about this. He gets suspended. Why he's suspended? People are talking about him because of comments he made. Oh, wow, the WBC expels him. What does that mean exactly when the WBC isn't over boxing? That is a single sanctioning body. What does it mean? Is the WBC the one that can keep him out of the sport? No. Are they the overall convening authority where people submit paperwork on their grievances? No. It sounds like there's a stern punishment handed down. We will not sit here and tolerate Ryan Garcia Alexis. I said Alexis rant. We won't sit here and tolerate the Alexis rant. Okay, so he gets suspended. He gets expelled after that. Now, how long is the expulsion? That's what I want to know. How long is the expulsion? Because WCS has asked these questions that certain other people refuse to ask, you know, in the scheme of things. Like, we're not having story time where we're going to sit down and put a puzzle together, you know what I'm saying, and go over what the picture of the puzzle is about. No, we grown ass fucking adults. We're going to get right down to the core of everything. They continue to talk about Ryan Garcia, but they don't want to talk about nothing except what he said. They don't want to try to brainstorm and come up with analogies and other variables that may, just like WCS put out there, that he had permission to say. If this is so bad and black people are grabbing hold of it, they're proving to us once again that we're still fragile. Because if they can say that word and go on a rant, why are we doing all the work? Why isn't anyone else doing the work? We're not getting any reparations from all the hours and time put on for Ryan Garcia saying this shit. If you ever want some controversy, say the N-word and they'll get to talking for free. Pro bono. Pro bono, y'all. I just want to know this question, right? If we've come so far, right? We in 2024, we come so far as a people, and then we can look around and hear news all the time of people really crossing the line. You know what I'm saying? Disrespecting my people with that slavish terminology. You know what I'm saying? Why is it when it's put out there, the ones who is doing the most work, doing more than the people who actually said it? Ryan Garcia said it, but there's the people that it was projected to that's doing all the work. And when do you expect that every time it's said, yes, you're going to get some bubbling. You know, the bubbles are going to come to the surface, right? The bubbles are going to come to the surface. You say, oh, shit, something's going on down below. What is that about? What's that about right there? You know what I'm saying? What's that about? What's going on? What's coming up? What's coming up? What's coming up? Oh, somebody said the inner word. Oh, my God. Yes, it's effed up. But we are the ones who's doing most of the work, not the person who actually started the controversy. Wasn't that what we was doing back in the day? Our ancestors was doing more work than what they was getting paid for when it comes to the labor, the sacrifice, the beatings, you know what I'm saying? The whoopings, the hangings. You know, back then we was paying with our life. Yeah, things have changed. Sometimes people do have their lives taken when it comes to, racist rants like this. But in this society, where we at right now, we're still doing more work. See, it's nothing wrong with doing work, but what I'm saying is, what is the work that you are putting out? It's what you're working on is my question. What are you working on? You can go out here and make live stream after live streams after live stream. This is not anything new. What are you speaking on to pique someone's attention? Every time, somebody that we know say the M word with the ER on the end, it's going to take hours upon days upon weeks of our lives talking about the same shit, and we're not getting any change. Has his sponsors came to the forefront yet, bro? Huh? Has his sponsors came up yet? He said all this content. Has he been dropped yet? Why do I have to continue to ask this question? Has he been dropped? Was it so disrespectful nationally to the point where he is feeling it in his pockets? Where are the sponsors? Where are their public statement? Where are their public statement? The WBC from boxing made it. Well, guess what? Boxing is not Ryan's only source of income. You know what I'm saying? Let me let you listen to a familiar voice, right? A black voice at that. And I want to, I just want to briefly speak on that. And I'm not mad at this person. It's just all about, you know what I'm saying, seeking out information, you know what I'm saying, deriving, you know what I'm saying, content that makes sense, like just really troubleshooting on which direction we can go with this. Hey, let's take a listen to this guy on his reaction when he was asked about Ryan Garcia, okay?
I watched and heard what I saw, and just hate to see anybody.
I'm sure it offended you as well over making you sad.
It didn't offend me. It made me sad, and I think it didn't offend me because I know him. I don't know him that well.
Sean Porter knows Ryan Garcia, y'all. It didn't offend him. He knows him. Let me process this. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I knew somebody that said that shit. Let me see. Have I known somebody? Have I known somebody for what they were, but they went on a racist tirade, but it didn't offend me? I can't say I have coming out the South. I can't say I have. I can't say I'm friends with somebody who went on a racist tirade. I just can't. I cannot. My recall memory is not failing me. It's just that the information I'm trying to source, the data, it's unavailable. It's insufficient. You know what I'm saying? The inquiry that I'm putting in my mental search engine, nothing's coming back for me. Sean Porter said, no, it didn't offend him. He knows Ryan. He knows he's a good kid. Let me continue to let it play.
But I know like the heart that's inside of him, and so it's sad.
The heart, yo, the heart. Sean Porter knows the heart. That's what I'm trying to get to you all. I want you to understand these individuals who take the time out and become opportunists to basically say, hey, I know a way to keep the light on me, shining light on me, without actually flipping on the switch myself, is to basically be embroiled in controversy. This motherfucking controversy that we all know. Just say something racist, but said specifically to these people right here, it won't sting as much. Okay? Leave the Jews out of it. Ryan's heart. It just warms me. Hold up. It just warms me so much that there's some people out there like Sean Porter stills, really look at somebody who committed such a racist act and was very cutthroat with it. Using the H word too. Just say I hate. You know what I'm saying? He knows his heart. That's where we go wrong. When somebody disrespects you and get racist and call you monkeys and every sort of inners and all that, you got to know what their heart. Don't listen to their mouth, their voice, and their lips are moving and what their tongue is telling you. The tongue is a sword to life and death. That's what they say, right? But you got to know their heart. I want you all to go to Amazon right now and order your heart. I want you to order a heart because if we can order the heart that Sean Porter sees, then maybe as a people we can unite unlike any other race ever have. Our unity, oh wow. I'm looking so far ahead. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Of all the civil rights activists and all the people who stood before me, who fought for the rights of black people, for laws to be changed and all that, we was missing in little small stuff, man. We was missing the heart. That's what we was missing, the heart.
Saddened me to see him not display the good, wholesome kid that he was all the way up until a year ago.
Yeah. He apologized on Twitter. Do you accept his apology personally and overall? That's obviously, I don't know how you see that, but he's also going to check in rehab. But
I saw that too. Check into the rehab. It made me sad when I watched and heard what I saw, and just hate to see anybody.
I'm sure it offended you as well over making you sad.
It didn't offend me. It made me sad, and I think it didn't offend me because I know him. I don't know him that well, but I know.
Sean Porter said he didn't know Ryan Garcia that well. It didn't offend him, but he knew him, but he didn't know him that well. The only reason I'm sharing that information with you because Sean Porter is one of those fighters that a lot of people know. Okay, multi-time world champion, black. And he said he wasn't offended by it. Now, I'm not here to go on no crusade, but I can speak on it as a black man because it was offensive. I was offended. It was offensive that he said. There's no way I'm going to dilute like a lot of people try to do and act like, oh, man, get used to it. How you going to tell us to get used to it? You know what I'm saying? Let somebody shit on you. You know what I'm saying? It's not in a literal sense, but allow that to happen. And collectively, you're trying to group the whole race of people together and shit on them at the same time. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. But I know everybody's going to try to say that I have the right to minimize it because up to this point, we should all be used to it. And then they always going to say, well, blacks and everybody else, they use the inner with the I on it. I mean, with the A on it. And they do it, in leisure conversation. So they shouldn't be mad if it's two different terms. Okay. I'm not here to go into what term is which, but it's not the first time that it's happened. Okay. As I spoke about it, and this is nothing at Mr. Moonshine himself, but I'm just saying he's attaching himself to the situation again, right? We have opportunists on here. I get it. We have opportunists on here. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, there's individuals that's been out here, right, that has crossed the line. They have crossed the line, and they didn't take this much time. They didn't take this much time at all. Just like I spun the reel on when a content creator call me that word, and we're the same shade. You know what I'm saying? Our hearts aren't the same. You know what I'm saying? We don't think alike. But it was the same thing. But nobody wants to talk about that. They busy want to focus on Ryan. And for anybody that's in here talking about age, try going to the prisons and see what age, they have with the youngest killers in there. If you want to talk about, oh, we're still talking, or it's all about age. He's only 25. So now we're showing that we are still ignorant. Some of you all are still ignorant and stupid because you want to attach a age. Somebody that's damn near halfway through their 20s with 3 kids, and you want to say, oh, I'm going to justify him doing what he did just because of his age. That's not smart. That's not smart. But let's go to Mr. Moonshine right quick. I want you to listen to Mr. Moonshine and what he said when Devin Haney said he'd never lose to a white boy. Okay?
To say there is no way he could ever lose to a white boy. There is no way that a white boy could ever beat him. Just no way. White fighter, white dude, white boy. Really? Motherfucker, who gave you the green light to be racist?
About this video back in the day. I mean, this was a while ago, y'all. Once again, I'm not coming at him in a personal manner. I'm just saying you have content out there, and you have been known to fence ride and instigate. You know what I'm saying? Be a protagonist to situations like this. Yes, you play the mark. You play the mark. This is when he was talking about Devin Haney saying he'll never lose. Who give you the right? Let's listen to it again.
No way. White fighter, white dude, white to say there is no way he could ever lose to a white boy. There is no way that a white boy could ever beat him. Just no way. White fighter, white dude, white boy. Really? Motherfucker, who gave you the green light to be racist?
He said, MF, who gave you the right to be racist? Moving forward, check this out. This is the same guy who said, who give you the right, MF, to be racist? Listen carefully, you all. Listen carefully. Do you hear the hard N with the ER on it? The same person. Listen, this is an old audio. And it's not that clear, but that's the same guy that just was talking about Devin Haney. And the reason why I'm making note of this, because it has 2 of the same points that Ryan Garcia just so happened to make. Out of all the people, they retrace the N word with the ER on the end and George Floyd. Pay attention. He said George Floyd is a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? He said F George Floyd. Now look, I'm not up here saying, okay, let's rally behind. I'm not doing that. All I'm saying is this is two measures, right? Where that person that you just heard retraced the same steps when it came to making his point. Now I understand he was upset, he was enraged with that skid mark. You know what I'm saying? With Skip Market and who he having a conversation. They had their own little thing going. And the only thing I'm saying is, like, I didn't see, I didn't hear, I didn't witness all these black people, going to Moonshine and telling him, okay, why you use the N? And he was one of the ones, like I said earlier, he said, okay, what's wrong if they use the one with the A, the N with the A? It should be okay for everybody else to use the word then if they use it. But he was the one who used it with the ER. and he said F George Floyd. But that's after, you know, he was saying this, that, and the other. George Floyd wasn't a civil rights activist. He don't represent blacks, you know what I'm saying? But he was a black man. He was wrongfully killed out there in the streets, wrongfully killed. And I guess it hurt a lot of, you know, black people because of the way he passed, the suffering that went into it, him trying to call out his mom. That should have hurt anybody. It don't matter if you was black or not. He was calling out to his mom because he was handcuffed and somebody's knee was on his freaking neck. But in this particular exchange, it happened. It happened on the YTC. I didn't see all of this live streams back and forth, back and forth. He ain't black. He say he ain't black. He don't claim. You ask him, is he black? He not gonna tell you he black. But now, outside of that, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Let me put that up. My fault. Hold on for a second. I'm about to replay it. Okay?
The real you. Come on, man. You know it's me. You a Donald Trump supporter. You said black lives don't matter. You hated on all the black fighters.
So you hear the N word with the ER coming from that guy. You know what I'm saying? The same guy who said Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? What give him the right? You know what I'm saying? He felt that Devin Haney, what he said about never losing to a white boy was racist. But he's using the hard inner.
Crazy. Nigger. Are you calling me a nigger? Nigger. What you gonna do, bitch?
He said, what you gonna do, bitch? He said, what you gonna do, bitch?
He don't like Floyd Mayweather. This is why he don't like Devin Haney. Because he's a racist. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna do this shit for George Floyd. I'm gonna do this shit for George Floyd. I'm gonna do this shit for George Floyd. Real fuck. I'm gonna fuck you up for George Floyd, bro. I'm gonna fuck you up for George Floyd, bro. Racist ass.
No way in hell I'm defending him. I'm just making a point because this is content that's out there, public record. Once again, hey, I'm not bringing this up and feeling no type of way about Moonshine. I'm not. He said what he said. I've been known he said what he said. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't up here losing sleep all the way up to this point and say, hey, let me bring, it's public record. The content is out there. I only brought it up because he's up here trying to believe that everybody forget about his racist rant. If he don't want to claim to be black, then let's put him in the same position as Ryan Garcia. If you're not willing to talk about him in the same manner as Ryan Garcia, shut the fuck up. He did the exact same thing and y'all would not say nothing. All because he doesn't have the platform that a Ryan Garcia. And you know what that says? You're a hypocrite. You're a coward. If you ain't willing to address some a very same entity that retreaded the same racist tirade, but they're on a lower platform, they're not a bigger name, then what does that make you?
I'm gonna do this shit for Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor. I'm gonna do this shit for being racist. I'm gonna knock you out for being racist. You a big racist ass boy. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. I'm gonna do all lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter.
Now, you know, that all lives matter. That doesn't, I'm not mad about, you know, people going to do stuff to basically, you know, be that splinter beneath someone's freaking temperament. You know what I'm saying? And whatever they can get to elevate that, they're going to do it. But I'm just saying, this was the same tirade, bro. Real talk.
Because that's the real you. Come on, man. You know it's me. You a Donald Trump supporter. You said black lives don't matter. You hated on all the black fighters.
And that's all I'm going to play with that. You got the point, right? Y'all get the point. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get the point. It's still not playing? It's still not playing. Okay, I guess y'all did hear it. I guess y'all did end up hearing it. But okay, cool. So I just wanted to bring that up because it is public record, and that particular person went through the same tirade and took the same avenue of approach in that particular engagement, which wasn't quite the same as Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, obviously, when you look at his notoriety, his reach is way further than the YTC, obviously. Over 12 million IG followers. But my whole point for connecting those dots was to let you know that that behavior has played itself out on the YTC so many times. And my question is, if that person said the exact same thing Ryan Garcia said, leaving out the Muslims, why aren't y'all making a live stream on him every day? Because he's not going to bring you the views. You got to have it in your heart. Like Sean Porter, he said he knows Ryan's heart. Where's your heart at? Are you doing this because it makes you feel sad in your heart? Are you pretty much just doing this because it's a good way to gain traction and bring more gravitation to my channel? You know, let me take advantage because boxing is slow right now. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is moving in quicksand right now. You know what I'm saying? So why not try to basically keep this controversial topic elevated as possible and get people tuned in? That's all I'm saying, man. Like, it's the exact same 2 points of concern. That's 2 points of concern that was controversial. Both was equally controversial. But just because one is a content creator and the other one is a professional fighter who everyone knows, not the same exposure, not the same energy given, not the same effort. Let's talk about the Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia picture. Now, obviously, for me, you know, pressing play on Sean Porter's audio, and he said he wasn't offended. People are running with this picture, this frame of Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez has had his moments of controversy. I always tell people he's one of the best puppetizers out there. He wants the attention to be on him when he has a fight on the horizon, or just simply to have people, you know, hurry up, impulsively tune in to what he said. He's been through this before. T.O. knows how to manipulate the media really good. So he sent this tweet out. And he said the divorce bros. But in reality, at this point in time, it's not about the divorce, because T.O. has already went through that. And Ryan is currently attending that, right? This is more so a picture to let people know subliminally that I don't have a problem with Ryan Garcia. I don't have a problem with him because I'm going to take a picture with him. Anyone who felt some type of way, right? Who really felt some type of way would have said, no, I'm not going to condone this. Like, they would have brushed it off. Like, they would have ostracized you, bro. That's how, if you really mess up, people distance and separate, disassociate themselves with you. But T.O. is saying, no, man, you at the fight? I'm going to take a picture with you. Let's do it. Let's get them talking. Because you know me, I've already been there. I spoke on the black people. I spoke on the black fighters. Oh, they was mad, Ryan. They was mad, Ryan. I've been where you at. Hey, don't worry about it, Ryan. This too shall pass. You understand? For in Exodus chapter 8, verse 16, You know what I'm saying? T.O. start quoting all the Rosa Parks and the civil rights. Hey, Muhammad Ali said this. That's how he did. Hey, Ryan. We all been in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? We all been in the struggle. I've said some controversial remarks. Did it get me banned? Did it get me permanently banned? No, because it's no way possible that can happen. They're not gonna just ban you and let the blacks believe they have all that imposing power. They're not gonna do it. Now, Ryan Garcia, there might be a little sprinkles of insurgency here and there, but it's not gonna be enough to injure you permanently. You know, they might put out in the headlines. This is T.O. talking to Ryan. They might put on the headlines that you are banned from boxing, which isn't true. They just put that up there to draw people in because we live in such a society now. God damn. Woo. It was a point in time when I said it can't be this easy, but yes, it's that easy. They say he was banned from boxing. Who handed down that punishment? What lord? Was he from was he from the pantheon of boxing? Who stepped down on their throne and sent the message out? Who delivered that message? It wasn't Mike Cops or Keith Eidick. Dan Raphael. It sure enough wasn't them. Who delivered the message that Ryan Garcia was banned from boxing? How is he banned from boxing when there's multiple promotions and several sanctioning bodies and the sport isn't regulated? You know what I'm saying? We have to think about this, but you have people out here saying he was banned. But Teofimo Lopez told him, hey man, they can say what they want. You're not banned from boxing. When your suspension expires, you're going to be able to return back to the sport. You don't have to go over there to Mauricio Suleiman. I mean, come on. This was a guy who was saying he wasn't going to support Dmitry Bivol and Arthur Beterbiev. He wasn't going to have his belt associated with that fight. And he too changed his mind. Yeah, it sounds good. It brings attention to the WBC, but the WBC has been known to support their Mexican fighters. And no matter what they say, people, there's Mexican fight fans out there that still support Ryan Garcia. If you have people in the chat that's still talking about his age and give him a pass because of his age, that just goes to show you that there's work to be done, man. There's so much work to be done, and it'll probably never get completed because there's so much agitprop out here being filtered in social media that these youngins, their thought process is contaminated. They are good friends with somebody who believe something that is controversial, but it's not something they really, you know what I'm saying? They really agree with. Like, truth be told, man, I ain't fucking with that. But since you my boy, since you my girl, I'm gonna fuck with it. You know, you have a lot of the youngers that are followers, man. They're sheep in the flock. I'm just saying, bro. Teofimo Lopez took this picture to let them know he support Ryan Garcia because he's been there before. That's all. Teofimo, when he knew Ryan was on deck, what person did you think would take a picture with Ryan Garcia? Teofimo Lopez, bro. Now, of course, Ryan's brother, Sean Garcia, went in there against the Vargas, and he lost. I'm not here to talk about his loss. I'm here to talk about what people were saying about Ryan Garcia wasn't there when the fight was over. They were saying that he was... What the heck? Where's all this power at? How many black people get the VIP pass? If you kicking Ryan out for saying the N word, like, how do we get the pass? Seriously, how can we get the pass to get some freaking discounts on some tickets or something? If you're saying we exemplify that much power to get Ryan Garcia escorted from the fight for being racist, against the blacks and Muslims. I'm saying if I show up to that same arena without Ryan Garcia on deck, can I just say, hey, man, I'm black. I'm just here to get a little bit of compensation for pain and suffering because Ryan Garcia kind of hurt my heart. The shit he said kind of hurt my heart, real talk. And I remember, they said that Ryan was escorted out of here when his brother was, heading into that final round. And if we had that much support, I'm here to experience some of that support. I'm going through some pain and suffering. So can I get in for free tonight? I'm not just any free. Is there any way I can get a floor ticket next to the ring? Because if Ryan Garcia was escorted out, was told to leave, I'm like, how does that not resonate against the board? Against the board, though, across the board. Why doesn't it resonate across the board? But anyway, back to Teo. Teo for sure hasn't really made a defining point about how he feel about that. Not to a point where I don't think Teofimo believes that anybody would give a damn what he said. Even if he went out here and said it was wrong. I think at this point in time, he is a repeat offender. And for controversial comments, that's dealing with blacks, right? So since Ryan Garcia is now in the spotlight, what better person to share that motherfucker with than Teofimo Lopez? I'm just saying he's a very smart opportunist. Seriously, very, very smart. If anybody I was thinking that would share the spotlight in this moment to let people know that he is co-support. He will co-pilot, the spotlight with Ryan Garcia's Teofimo Lopez. Real talk. Now, I'm not saying Teo share the same, controversy and ignorance as Ryan Garcia. But all I'm saying is, when people do messed up things in life enough to the point where it affects a lot of people, they separate themselves because they don't want to be in a position where people are saying, oh, you support that? We've seen it happen in Hollywood where things go down and people hurry up and say, no, we're not going to support. Sponsors hurry up and dip out. No. Just like I told you about Kanye West. They hurry up and say, we no longer support Kanye. We no longer support Ye. Based off his actions and his anti-Semitic comments. Yeah, they was gone. But for Ryan Garcia, I don't find it as bad across the board for me to exert energy, just being angry because I haven't heard no public statements from his sponsors. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard any at all from his sponsors based off his freaking comments. You know what I'm saying? Based off his comments. These comments right here, I haven't seen any. Look, I haven't seen any information, any public announcement. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen any public statement where his sponsors have dropped him. Hold on for a second, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Bud gonna stop Canelo. I'm just curious to what you're talking about. What are you talking about, bro? I'm just asking a question. Quick. What fight are you talking about? Is that? Is this a real Bud? K? Is this you? Ryan didn't go to the Sean fight. Is that you or somebody that's basically imitating your name? Is it you or not? I'm just curious. You say Ryan didn't go to Sean fight. Are you being sarcastic or not? I'm just curious. Okay, so you say that he didn't go to the fight? You say he didn't go to the fight? You say he didn't go to the fight? I'm just curious. You say he didn't go to the fight? So you saying he didn't go to his brother Sean fight? Okay. Maybe this is an edit. Look like Homer Garcia. Look like look like his brother Sean. I don't know. It looked like a good edit to me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It looks like a pretty good edit to me. Whoever did that. You know what I'm saying? Whoever did that edit there, okay, that was a hell of an edit because they made it seem like that was actually someone that looks like Ryan behind his brother. Seriously. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Ryan was at his brother's fight. Nobody touched him. But yet, he said everybody treated him cool. Now, whether that's true or not, that's not even the topic of the live. But only thing I'm saying is at this point, Teofimo Lopez, chose to share the spotlight. Now, I'm not bringing Teo in here to share the culpability of what Ryan's actions were. All I'm saying is people continue to talk about Ryan Garcia like they're going to change this man's outcome. You sound so stupid if you think this man is going to get banned from boxing. If he gets banned from boxing from a racist tirade, even though it's making it out to certain podcasts that speak on boxing, this is incredible. Incredibly stupid. It's been way worse of individuals that performed dirty deeds in the sport of boxing that still was able to box. But yet, all of a sudden, Ryan Garcia gets permission to go on a racist tirade. No one's touching him. You know what I'm saying? No one has beat him up. Where's all this rage that we be seeing, like when it comes to my people? Oh, I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do that. We some aggressive beings, bro. But Ryan Garcia disrespects us, and he's still walking around here, hair done, all that. Nobody's even thinking about touching him. I saw him back there with Wiz. You know what I'm saying? I saw him back there. Hold on. Let me. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna show you something right quick. Let me show you something again, man. Let me show you something again. This is where I'm at with it. This is public information. You know what I'm saying? Public information. Ryan Garcia said this racist tirade, right? We supposed to be embroiled. We supposed to be coming together, uniting. You know what I'm saying? But this is Wiz right here. This is Ryan Garcia with Wiz. Him and Wiz is kicking it. They dapping each other up. Wiz don't seem like He's not touching Ryan. This is after the fact. This is at his brother's fight. He's chilling back there, man. Look. Anybody else? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if there's anybody else. Where's anybody else? Anybody else? No. Boom. Let me get up out of there. I'm just saying. Hold on for a second. Let me cut this off. Where's the climax at, man? You know, Teo takes a picture with Ryan Garcia, and you say he's co-signing Ryan Garcia's anti-black movement. If this is where boxing media is at today, it's a sad state, as always. That's why I say it's no YouTube boxing community, because we want to be focused on this. If y'all want to be politicians and gossip columns and blogs, and all, to just be that. I'm not here to tell you what to talk about, but there's other variables that's attached to this. There's other people who has retraced these same lines, these blatant lines that you don't supposed to cross, just like the double yellow in the street, and they did it. Ryan Garcia is walking around here having a good old time, dapping people up. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying life, bro. Not only that, look, Ryan's out here, you know, with his brother at jiu-jitsu practice. And I was pretty impressed with how he was controlling the mat. I know that's off topic, but I'm just saying he was grappling with his brother at an actual school. So Ryan comeback game, you know what I'm saying? It's not just on his feet boxing, but he has pretty decent control game from what I'm saying, even though it was his brother, though. You know, I'm not saying his brother was anything of a highlight reel on the mat, but I was kind of impressed with what I thought Ryan didn't know. Anyway, this is after his comments. This is after, you all. Andrew Charles in the building. I see you. What's good? Mr. International Toby Bartlett is in the building on deck. What's good with it, Toby? Big Blunts and Boxing on deck. What's good? Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Salute to you, OG. How you feeling, man? Bud, the black dudes in Texas physically blocked Bud from getting to error in the ring, but scared to put hands on Ron. Yeah, that's fact, but it's more so a Texas thing with that. You can't really say that's a black thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta look at where the fight was. That was a Texas thing. They was looking out for their Texas homeboy. That's all. That's all I seen in that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got two fighters, pound for pound rivals, and you know, Errol Spence stay in Texas. I would want people to do that for me if I was in his position and it was in the ATL. You know what I'm saying? I it would be cool for them to look out for me like that. They was just looking out for him. I don't compare that to be the same. I don't compare that to be the same as to why, you know, Ryan Garcia. Look, violence and real talk, violence has been spoken on so many times in these situations. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. We know people out here lighting each other up. For real. It doesn't take a racist remark to do that. You know, you got cats out here that'll do it for a bologna sandwich. You got some real killers out here, and them dudes haven't even made it to 20 years old yet. But all I'm saying is the natural reaction for a comment and a rant that was so vile, like Ryan saying F this and I hate these people, it's unacceptable. And a lot of people will say, well, we shouldn't condone that. And condonement is basically people not doing enough. But you have to understand, it's people that rush to Capitol because they believe that that's something that they wanted, that Trump wanted them to do. They felt like they was doing it rather for him. Not that he wanted it to be done, but they felt that they was doing it for him in his honor. And then people start getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? People start getting locked up for their actions because them cameras are a mother up there. HD, like I don't know what, they start hunting people. They start, marking off. They start Xing them out. Hey, I got this. They start going off the attendance roster. Who's that guy right there? Boom. Figure it out. Boom. You're getting arrested. That was a way bigger problem, in my opinion, than this right here. You know what I'm saying? That was what people would think on how we should act when someone goes on a rant like that. They would allege that that's how the response and retaliation should be. For real. That's how in their minds, that's the way it should be. But it doesn't happen. There's people out here that's done kill black people, and the blacks, we didn't do anything. And it's been moments that, yes, there has been something racist went on, and we have responded. You know what I'm saying? One thing about us, we will respond in peace because we know the repercussions behind promoting. They was quick to call everything a terrorist act, and you know what I'm saying? People will posse up when it comes to a group of blacks trying to say they're gonna respond and retaliate. Real talk. That is one of one strictly for us. That's why people hesitant when it comes to someone outside of black. If it's a white or whatever, see, who do they know? What can we do? The jury's gonna look at us way bad and this, that, and the other. I mean, that's the mindset. Real talk. They can say what they want to say, bro. They thinking about that. Second, third, fourth, fifth guessing, dog. Jessica in the building. Salute to you. I see you on deck, Queen. How you feeling? I'm not really, seeing what his security has to do with it, but we're just talking about in general what other people talking to him and not going the other way. You know what I'm saying? So if you have people that we know that's in a higher status quo than Ryan Garcia, and they're not disassociating themselves, then why is these ants on the YTC continue to just scurry around looking for little morsels to build on, to just take back in the ant mole, hill, and then for the queen? Where's the queen at? Y'all just scurrying around. Oh man, gotta get more content. What Ryan do? Let me check X. What did he say? Anybody? Fight hype. Fight hub. Anybody? He said anything controversial? Oh shit, I gotta do another live. I mean, come on, man. What are you changing? I'm not stopping you I'm not saying stop talking about it. Whatever, you can do what the hell you want. But your voice, what is it changing? That's all I want to know. And the other people who did it, I still haven't heard the same energy. I haven't heard it. Man. That's all. I just haven't heard it. Swat Jones in the building. Salute to you. I see you on deck, man. That's where I'm at with this, man. Shout out to both of them for framing that picture for people to talk about the TO is joining the anti-black movement. All of a sudden, Ryan Garcia is anti-black. And though his comments would say that, why y'all keep on giving this dude energy? Y'all are getting him more followers and subscribers, bro. Y'all think you think they're gonna actually cancel him? You believe? Do you believe of all the stuff in other athletics that have been racing, people still playing ball? You believe he's gonna get canceled? Man, stop the cap, bro. Now, I know y'all get on here and y'all want to say, WCS is acting like this and acting like that. It's not on a hair trigger like a lot of you cats, bro. And I don't know, that may be from your lack of experience, actual moments that you experience, and you say, okay, that was a teachable moment for me. You might not have enough teachable moments for you to speak without just being impulsively driven to say, this is what I thought. Yeah. Him and T.O., they're two racists. Oh man, never support them again. Your voice isn't that powerful. The YouTube community the reach isn't that long, bro. Even if you had rubber arms, your reach isn't that long, man. You all are working. Just imagine all of you cast this out there. Imagine if you put this much effort into raising up your own business from the ground floor up. If you put all this vigor and goddamn consistency on a daily schedule to build an empire, how much respect you will get from people who have basically did the same and traveled the same road you have. What if you just you all are not understanding. You're putting an extreme amount of effort, but yet you don't want to be a journalist. You're trying to pretend like you're a journalist and stay close to the mic. Oh. I heard somebody say some dumb shit today. Oh, YouTube, they're not allowing any cash apps. Oh my goodness. YouTube is stopping the cash apps. That is oh my God, bro. Look, you hear people say, YouTube is not allowing any super chats. You might be right, man. You might be right. YouTube has control over the landscape, the real estate, all the states when it comes to this platform. They do. And that's what I'm trying to explain to these people who get on here and believe that, oh, let me be creative with my thumbnail and let me do, 4 to 5 lives a day talking about the same topic. Oh, it deals with racism. Ryan should be banned. Oh my God. He should never be allowed to fight again. Guess what? T.O. took a picture with him. He's on the anti-black movement. There's an anti-black movement in boxing that's against blacks. But yet you have Keyshawn Davis to say, hey, I forgive you. I this, I that, but I punched T.O. dad in the face. But yet they taking a picture, right? Go figure. You know what I'm saying? He get mad at Lopez Sr. for using the N-word. But yet the son of Lopez Sr. is taking a picture with Ryan Garcia. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Sing my slave anthem. Down by the river. Oh, down by the river. I mean, let's go down by the river. Let's just sit there and look at the reflections. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the sunset, bro. And say to ourselves, it has to be more enticing topics to talk about when it comes to boxing. Like, it is things going on. Like, I like the fact that people are talking about, the conversation that we had yesterday on the panel, dealing with the Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason, Floyd Schofield, you know what I'm saying? Javante Tank Davis. That collectively, that group can be a murderer's row if the YTC spoke on it enough. But they're going to pick and choose who they want to take. And I don't want to disrespect those fighters and put them in this particular live, but there's good, solid, conducive content when it comes to boxing. Like comparing styles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to be on the same sheet of music, but at least they're talking about boxing. You know what I'm saying? This is my last time talking about this for now. You know what I'm saying? I really want to talk about some other, possible fights that's on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? We have August 3rd coming up. Yes, we have some nice fights coming up, man. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? We have some real nice fights coming up. I don't know if y'all, looked at the fight, but Nate Diaz beat Jorge Masvidal, aka Game Bread. I like them two OGs as fighters. Mad respect. I met them both. You know what I'm saying? I met them both. Yeah, incredible history. I consider them to be legends, man. Real talk, because Nate Diaz was a teenager fighting grown ass men back in the day, and Jorge Masvidal was on the streets throwing those hands back in the day. Real talk, man. Shout out to them OGs, not my OGs. I'm just saying OGs of combat sports. You know what I'm saying? OGs of combat sports. So the schedule when it comes to boxing, of course, the masses when it comes to boxing are looking forward to Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Ismail Madrimov, Terrence Crawford, and Ismail Madrimov. Why? Because, he's going for his 4th division. Okay. I'm not going to walk on eggshells. Even though I rock with Crawford heavy, that doesn't mean Shakur Stevenson is going to be, off limits when it comes to criticism. It's not going to happen, because you have other boxers who can criticize the same boxers and they cool. But when it comes to freaking content creators, they want to put us on a probationary period and all that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree, period. For those of you that's into the Jake Paul experience, the Jake Paul experience versus Mike Perry. I like Mike Perry, tough. He's having a boxing match with Jake Paul. Mike Perry is tough. You know what I'm saying? Another fight that's way down the line a little bit, is September 21st. So, we don't really know when that arrow spins. I would like for them to post the damn fight. But in September, we have Daniel DeBar and Anthony Joshua. And man, if it's anything like the freaking face-off, man, that shit is going to be lit. That shit is going to be lit. God damn, that's going to be lit. Real talk. Then December 21st, you have Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury 2 in the 12 round. You know what I'm saying? Fight for undisputed heavyweight championship. Okay. July 12th coming up. You know what I'm saying? ESPN Plus. You have main event Roman Gonzalez going against Robert Barrera. 10 rounds. Who else is on there? They got a pretty decent card on there too. July 13th, you have Raymond Talia versus Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer back in the ring as the main event. William Foster back on deck. William Foster III versus Erison Garcia. Jonathan Lopez versus Leonardo Padilla. Also on the zone, you have the one and only July 13th, Philadelphia Jaron Ennis versus David Avanesian, 12 rounds for the IBF welterweight world title. Also on that card is Scott Nicholson versus Yana Vargas. That's a female co-main event. Henry LeBron versus Christopher Diaz-Velez. And then you got Jaleel Hackett, man. Jaleel Major Hackett going in there versus Peter Dobson for a 10-round welterweight. That's going to be a good one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Hackett. And then on Khalil Cole versus Manuel Gallegos. You got some boxing coming up. You know what I'm saying? We have boxing coming up, but it's all about the popularity of conversation. July 27 in London, ESPN Plus, you have Joe Joyce versus Derek Chisora. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got Clarissa Shields, July 27th. She's a heavyweight right now. You know what I'm saying? She's going to 4th division for heavyweight. And the main card, everybody talking about August 3rd, Los Angeles, the Zone pay-per-view. Terrence Bud Crawford versus Israel Madrimov in a 12-round Super Junior middleweight title fight. All right, that's going to be for unification. Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Miller. 10-round heavyweights. Isak Pitbull Cruz versus Jose Valenzuela. 12 rounds for Cruz's WBA junior welterweight title, formerly in the hands of Rolly Romero before it was brutally snatched from a brutal assault. You know what I'm saying? You got David Morrell, man, versus Kalajic, whatever, for a WBA vacant regular light heavyweight title. One thing about Morrell, he be fighting for them Reggie belts. For real talk, I ain't mad at him. And you got Jared Anderson versus Martin Bacoli. You know what I'm saying? Martin Bacoli. 10-round heavyweights. And then Andy Cruz, man, versus Antonio Moran. That's the guy I want Keyshawn to fight. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I want him to fight him. On some boxing talk. You know, that's a little schedule that's lined up right there, man. I keep saying, talk, so basically just grown men crying online. I mean, you got some people that's just totally invested in continue to talk about the same topic to push racism, but they themselves don't hesitate to be overly aggressive towards their own race. You know what I'm saying? They'll say anything and everything to cause harm on their own race. You know, if somebody for their own race de-escalates, attempt to de-escalate, say, hey, I don't want no problems. You got it. It's not because they're scared. They may be taking a mature approach. Say, hey, not right now. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing coming from my way. You know, people get back on here and start talking shit. It'll never die down. You know what I'm saying? It'll never die down. But anyway. Bud the Black Dudes and Takes Physically Blood. Okay, I read that. On the cash apps. You know what I'm saying, Dion? They said YouTube was YouTube shut down the cash apps today. I was like, what? Are you stupid or just dumb? I mean, goddamn, YouTube shut down the cash apps, y'all. It's only one channel super chat get frozen. Needs $1 to refresh it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, as long as you know. You know what I'm saying? Because they say I be hating. As long as you know. The zone prices go up every time. Yeah, man. Yeah, it costs, bro. It costs. Real talk. It costs. Real talk. It costs. The zone ruthless with their prices. Hey, they gotta they have to look in the time of need. You know, economically we're struggling right now. You know, with inflation, everything's going up. It doesn't, and then with some people, depending on where their employment exists, they're able to afford the inflation. You have an option whether to support the inflation or not. But if the zone is going up, just like ESPN and everybody else is going up, you have an option on whether you want to support it or not. That's why people say, I got to get that fire stick. Go get me that fire stick today. Hey, man, I'm going to catch an Uber over there. I got to get me a fire stick today. Fire sticking it from here on out. Fire sticking it. Fire sticking it. Hey, I would recommend anybody fire sticking it. Boxing fan talk on deck. What's good? I appreciate you. What's good, WCS in the chat, fam? The hottest chat in the MF and game. Appreciate your boxing fan talk. Salute to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's why people up here fire sticking it. If all else fails, fire sticking it. You know, but hey, I put Ryan up there with his right hand in the air. I don't know what that's for. I just thought the picture in itself can mean many things. You know, it's so out of place. I mean, I don't know if he's calling for peace or that he considered himself to be at a certain point of higher authority, that he's sending a message to those who gave him permission to go on that tirade. I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but what repercussions outside of boxing has he gotten? And we're talking about somebody who, let's not forget, before April 20th now. Let's not forget what happened after. And let's not forget what just happened. Where's his punishment? Where are all the repercussions? So if my people are listening, I'm asking you, those of you that's continue to push the race card, Where are all the other collective punishments that's associated with his behavior? Where are they? Where's his punishment? Why aren't y'all able to screenshot all these sponsors that's dropping him? Where's all his punishment for speaking on those children? Why? Why would he apologize for a racist rant and then say he still feel the same about the pedos? Who's talking about pedos? We're talking about what stands out to us as black people. You disrespected us and you said some things that we was hoping you apologize solely to what you said about us and the Muslims. And there's blacks, there's Muslims too. That's what I can't understand. Where's all the content? Where are the articles? That's all. That's all I'm saying, bro. But y'all hold it down, man. Shout out to Hottest Chat in the MF and Game. A-Side official, no negotiation needed. Hey, continue to support, hit the like. You know, y'all, hey, I don't tell you all because you're grown adults, but really people be like stiffing me seriously on the likes, man. You know what I'm saying? I engage with the chat. I'm not drumming up the refresh. YouTube, stop it. It's just all about me. They stopping the super chat, y'all. Refresh. Put $1 in super. Refresh. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I don't come up with a story every time and say, hey, man, through my investigations and some close friends of mine, I found out that YouTube was limiting my super chat. Like, at one point in time, I was getting a cool 100,000 a month, and YouTube stopped it at now. I'm only getting $10. That's after YouTube take their 30% off the top.